Assalamualaikum. This is Zaba Ramos from hijabislovefashion2.wordpress.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make hi baby, a neck extension. It has a turtleneck that is about 2¼ inches long. So the one I'm going to show you is going to be a bit shorter, maybe like 1¼ inches and 1.5 inches. So it's up to you. You can make it longer if you want, or you can make it shorter. Started, you're going to need about a yard of fabric. You can even do it with 3/4 of a yard of fabric, thread, sewing machine, scissors. The measurements I'm going to give you is the measurements I'm going to do for myself. So what you're going to have to do is measure shoulder to shoulder for yourself, and you can measure your length and how long you want it, the neck circumference. So the measurements I'm going to give you here is my measurement. The shoulder to shoulder measurement is, for me, is 15.5. I'm going to add a 1/4 inch for the hemming. So what we're going to do here is measure from here to here on your fabric, and make sure you cut at 15.75. So for me, that would be right there. And that's going to be the same measurement for the back and front, top and bottom. Measuring down, I'm not going to add a seam to this. So I'm just going to fold it in half. I'll show you that in a second. So I'm going to have it 18 inches long in the front and 18 inches long in the back. So you should have a total of 36 inches as you're measuring down. Well, everyone, meet my son. So I'm gonna do this at 36.5 for the hem. The reason why my hem is only a 1/4 is because I'm just gonna serge it. You can do it at whatever. If you are gonna hem it on the machine, just like a regular machine, then go ahead and make it 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4. Then you can double roll it. Whereas I'm just gonna trim off the edge and serge as a. Where we have marked the 36.5 inch line, I'm gonna eyeball it. I think if you are comfortable, you can go ahead and do this. If not, then I would suggest that you measure. So again, I'm gonna, from this corner, this edge to where my 15.75 is, I'm going to mark it on the fabric. Okay, so now that I have that marked, I know that I have to cut along to that. So now I am going to do the turtleneck. Okay, so the turtleneck, the measurement for me is 8 inches in the back and 8 inches in the front. So the total inches we're going to do is 16, and I'm going to make it 16.5 because we have to add the seam allowance into that. So I want it to be 1.25 inches. So I'm going to cut this at 2.5, but I'm actually going to do it at 2.75 because of the seam allowance. So the height of this is going to be just a little bit smaller than that. sew this side piece, the turtleneck side together. Okay, so I sewed the side down, and then what I've done here is like a base stitch, and I've done it in a different color so you can see the process of this. So the basting stitch I'm going to rip out after I actually sew it into the neckline. So now what we're going to do, okay, so this is your piece, and it's going to sit like that. Find the center on the folded line. Okay, so here's my center. I'm just going to snip it. Okay, so now the neck opening should be 8 in the front, 8 in the back, so we're just going to do 4. This one I'm not going to add any extra ease or anything because we want it to fit the neck properly, so we're just going to add for the seam allowance, which is going to be like 1/8, so which is, see, this is 1/8, okay? So just take your measuring tape, and the easiest way I find the middle of it is I just fold it in half like that, so it's going to be 4 and 1/16. Okay, so put this down here. So come down about to 3 3/4. Don't cut the 4 and 1/16. Just come down 3 1/4. The reason why I'm telling you to do that is because we're going to have a little bit of a dip right here, which will make up for the difference. So go ahead and cut in a semi circle to where you did your 3 1/4 snip. Okay, so now we have our neck opening right there. Now what you're going to do is open it up. Doesn't matter which one is your right or wrong side. Pin this. So take this and pin it down. Do this all the way around. Now we are going to sew the turtleneck part down. Okay, so do that on your machine right now. Do it like a 1/4 inch seam. You don't have to do anything more than that. Just make sure that you catch all of the fabric together like that, okay? Alright, so there we have it. Here is my neck extension with my 1 1/4 turtleneck, and I have the other one underneath, so you can see the difference in the width and also in the length. So it goes up to the waist and it covers in the back as well. There you have it. So I hope that you can make this in ease and comfort. It's very simple. Make sure you get stretchy fabric. A lot of times this is from my scraps, so if you have scraps lying around, then it's perfect. If not, just go to those bins and you can pick like the $1, $3 materials for like small scraps. I suggest just do something like that rather than buying expensive, because this fabric is expensive when you buy it in the yard. And honestly, you don't need the full 3/4 of a yard. Half a yard will be perfect, but just in case you mess up, then you buy the extra. So again, thank you very much for watching hijabislovefashion2.wordpress.com. Follow me on Twitter, Zeba832, and inshallah, I'll see you again soon. Assalamu alaikum.